Liam, you're early again today. You've been coming before the bell all week. Is everything all right, or are you avoiding the morning chaos in the hallway?
A little of both, honestly. The hallway is too loud in the morning. And also, well, I wanted to talk to you again. Yesterday's conversation helped me a lot.
I'm glad it helped. You've been working hard and you're thinking deeply about your learning. That alone shows maturity. So tell me, what's on your mind today?
A lot of things. English things, school things, life things. I keep thinking about how to improve. Sometimes I feel like everyone else is moving faster than me.
That's a feeling almost every student has at some point, even the strong ones. But progress is personal. You don't need to compare your journey to anyone else's. What matters is that you're moving forward.
I know, but sometimes I feel slow. For example, when I watch videos in English, I understand maybe 70%, sometimes less. Other students say they understand almost everything.
Understanding 70% is actually very good. Most people don't understand 100% even in their native language. And remember, what people say is not always the full truth. Students like to sound confident.
That's true. Maybe I shouldn't compare. But I still want to get better.
And you will. Improvement comes with consistency. So let's continue what we started yesterday. Maybe today we'll dive even deeper. You mentioned you wanted a long conversation, right?
Yes, something long, something that feels like real practice.
All right. Then today we'll let the conversation stretch naturally. No rush. Tell me about your morning. How did your day start?
Well, I woke up late. My alarm didn't ring because I forgot to charge my phone. I jumped out of bed, got dressed quickly, almost tripped on my shoes. It was a mess.
Sounds like quite a morning. Did you skip breakfast?
Almost. I grabbed a piece of bread and ran. My mom told me to slow down, but I didn't want to be late again.
At least you ate something. Breakfast helps your brain function. Don't underestimate it.
I know. I'll try to wake up earlier, or at least charge my phone next time.
Good idea. So what happened yesterday after school? Did you practice anything we talked about?
Yes, I actually did. I tried shadowing a YouTube video. It was weird at first, but after a few minutes, I started to enjoy it.
Excellent. Shadowing is one of the most effective techniques for improving pronunciation and rhythm. What video did you use?
A travel vlog, I think. The speaker talked about visiting Japan. She spoke clearly, so it was a good choice.
Nice. Travel videos are great for language practice. They have natural speech, but not too fast. Did you notice any improvement?
A little. I felt my pronunciation becoming smoother, and I learned some new phrases like hidden gem, breathtaking view, and local culture.
Those are great expressions. And now that you've used them once, try using at least one in conversation today.
Okay. This conversation is a hidden gem.
Is that correct? Perfect usage. And thank you. That's a nice compliment.
Well, it's true. These talks help me more than grammar worksheets.
I believe that. Real conversation activates different parts of your brain. Worksheets are for building structure. Conversations are for building fluency.
Exactly. And speaking of worksheets, I looked at the homework. I tried to do the grammar exercise about conditionals, but I got confused.
Let's check it together. Which conditional gave you trouble? First, second, or third?
The third, it feels like a puzzle.
The third conditional describes something that didn't happen in the past and imagines a different outcome. For example, if I had woken up earlier, I wouldn't have been late.
Yes, that one, but the structure is confusing. Had woken, would have been, it's a lot.
It is. But think of it like this. Past event didn't happen. Imagine a different result. Let's practice. If you had woken up early this morning, what would have happened?
If I had woken up early, I wouldn't have rushed.
Great. Try another. If you had charged your phone, what would have happened?
If I had charged my phone, my alarm would have worked.
Excellent. You see? You're doing great.
Maybe I just needed to hear it in conversation.
Exactly. Context makes everything clearer.
Can I ask you something personal, sir? Not too personal, just curious. Of course, as long as it's appropriate, I'm happy to answer. Why did you become an English teacher? Did you always want to teach? Good question. When I was your age, I didn't know what I wanted. I liked reading, writing, and helping people, but I never imagined being a teacher. Later, when I traveled and met people from different cultures, I realized how powerful language can be. Teaching English became a way to share that with others. So, travel inspired you. Yes, travel teaches you more about people than any book can. It opens your mind. It humbles you. And it shows you that communication is the key to everything. I want to travel someday too, especially to Japan or Canada, maybe even study abroad. You absolutely can. Your English is already improving. With dedication, you'll reach your goal. Sometimes I imagine myself walking in a big city, talking fluently, meeting new people. It feels like another world. That world is not far away. In fact, every word you learn brings you closer. I like that idea. It makes studying feel meaningful. It is meaningful. Language gives you access to knowledge, opportunities, friendships, even careers you haven't imagined yet. Speaking of careers, I'm interested in technology, especially artificial intelligence. Do you think languages and technology connect?
Absolutely. Technology today uses language in many forms. Chatbots, translation systems, speech recognition, all rely on understanding language. And people who know English have access to more resources and research.
Sometimes I watch videos about AI, but the vocabulary is hard.
That's normal. Technical fields have specialized vocabulary, but the more you expose yourself, the easier it becomes.
Do you think it's possible for someone like me, who isn't great at math, to study technology?
Of course, technology isn't just math. It involves creativity, problem solving, communication, research. Don't limit yourself because of one subject.
Maybe you're right. I shouldn't be scared of trying.
Exactly. Fear is often the first barrier, not lack of ability.
Can I tell you something else? Sometimes I feel pressure. Not from you, you're very supportive, but from myself. I push too hard, maybe.
Self-pressure is common among students who care, but pushing too hard can also slow you down. Balance is important.
I want to be good at English. I want to be someone who speaks confidently. But when I make mistakes, I feel frustrated.
Do you know what I tell every student? You cannot learn a language without making thousands of mistakes. Every mistake is proof that you're trying.
I know, but sometimes I feel embarrassed.
Embarrassment is temporary. Improvement is permanent.
That's a good line. I should write it down.
Go ahead and remember it. It will help you on difficult days. How about we practice storytelling? It's a great way to improve fluency.
Sure, but I'm not good at making stories.
You don't need to be. Just choose a simple moment from your life and describe it. I'll guide you. Tell me about a day you will never forget.
Okay. Last year, we visited my grandparents' village. It was the first time in many years. I remember waking up early, getting into the car, and driving for hours. When we arrived, everything felt peaceful. The smell of trees, the quiet roads, the small houses. It felt like time stopped. Beautiful description. How did you feel being there? Calm and connected, like the place knew me. My grandfather showed me the fields where he used to work. My grandmother cooked so much food we could barely move. It sounds like a wonderful memory. Did anything surprising happen? Yes, my grandfather taught me how to plant potatoes. I had never done it before. I thought it was simple, but there's a whole technique. He said, everything grows if you give it patience. I still think about that line.
Your grandfather sounds wise. And that sentence applies to learning too. Everything grows with patience.
Yeah, maybe that's why it stayed in my head.
You just told a complete emotional story, and you said you weren't good at storytelling.
I guess I surprised myself.
Let's build on that. I'll give you some advanced words. Try to use each one in a sentence about your story.
Okay, let's try.
First word, nostalgic.
When I visited my grandparents' village, I felt nostalgic because it reminded me of childhood.
Perfect. Next word, serene, meaning calm, peaceful.
The village had a serene atmosphere.
Good. Third word, cherish, to value deeply.
I will always cherish the time I spent with my grandfather that day.
Excellent. Your vocabulary is growing quickly.
Thanks. It feels good to use new words correctly.
Confidence, fear, and growth.
Sir, can I ask something? Why do some people learn faster than others?
Many reasons. Exposure, practice, environment, confidence, mindset. But one of the biggest reasons is fear. Some students are afraid to speak. Others speak even when they're unsure. The ones who speak more improve faster.
So confidence is more important than talent?
Much more important. Talent helps a little. Confidence helps a lot.
I need more confidence then.
And you're building it right here, right now.
True, I already feel less nervous than before.
Tell me, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Maybe studying abroad? Maybe working in technology? Maybe living in a big city? I'm not sure, but I want to do something meaningful.
You will. You have curiosity, dedication, and ambition. These are powerful tools.
Sometimes I doubt myself, though.
Doubt is normal. Courage isn't the absence of doubt, it's moving forward despite it.
I like that. I'll remember it.
Natural conversation continues. What about hobbies? What do you enjoy when you're not studying?
I like drawing and playing games, and sometimes reading fantasy stories.
Fantasy stories are a great way to learn English. The language is rich and imaginative.
Yes, but they're also hard sometimes.
That's good. Challenge helps you grow.
Maybe I'll try reading more.
Liam, this has been a long and productive conversation. We covered grammar, vocabulary, storytelling, motivation, technology, confidence, and more.
Yes, it felt like many lessons in one.
Exactly. And the best part? You spoke for most of it. That's real practice.
Thank you for giving me time. Most teachers don't talk this long with students.
I'm happy to help. You're serious about improving, and that makes teaching you rewarding.
I appreciate that. I feel like I can really grow this year.
You will. Keep practicing, keep asking questions, keep pushing forward. And remember your grandfather's words. Everything grows if you give it patience.
I will. Thank you, sir.
Anytime, Liam. Now let's go to class with confidence.